With the information we learned in the previous two videos, we should be able to perform set operations. When we do set operations, I usually like to write all the information out on, sort of list them together. And I like to, whatever they have in common, I set them up like that. O, P, Q, R for B. For C, I should have R, S, T. This way, visually, it helps me to see where they intersect when where they don't. Now, then for A, I need to find A union B. A union B is easy. I just need to go L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. That's my A. That's my A union B, right? A union B, but then I have to intersect with C. Look at that long line. The only thing that intersects with C is R. That's how I find them, okay? Then let's look at the second one. A intersect B union C. B union C, you can see very easily, is O, P, Q, R, S, T if you add these two sets together. So that's B union C. The only two letters that they intersect with the combined set, B union C, the only two letters that intersect with the letters in set A is O and P. So I can say the answer for that is the set with O and P in it. That's how visually this thing helps me out. So let's look at the third one. It's a little bit harder to see with my chicken scratch, but let's see what we can do. I'll use black ink. A intersect B. If I do A intersect B, it's right here. They only have these two letters in common. And then that black circle, O and P, union C. So what I need to do is, since I have O and P, then I add everything in C. I think there's a U there. I forgot. Okay, so that's the answer. And again, it's really easy if you just, it's visually helpful if you just put everything out on the paper and line them up. The things that you see in common, try to line them up. Now, when combining union and intersection with complements, we'll have to be extra careful. Pay particular attention to the parentheses and to whether the complement symbol is inside it or outside the parentheses. What do we mean by that? Let's look at some examples here. So here we have three subsets and one universal set. And again, I like to write everything out. So if I do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then set A, I like to line them up, 10, 30, 50, 70, set B, I have, that's an equal sign there, set B, I have 40, 50, 60, 70, and set C, I have, whoops, this one, 40 I wrote in the wrong place. 40 is here. Sorry about that. I don't need this. Oops, I can get rid of the 40 is here. Fixed that. Now set C, I have 20, 40, and 60. That's it. So notice in this example, I have to find A prime intersect C prime. But in order to find A prime or I notice that A complements are right here, right? So it's 20, 40, 60, 80. is whatever is not in A is A complements. Whatever is not in A, but in the universal set. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80. C complements are here, 10, 30, 50, 70, and 80. Okay, so if I write them, list these two out, I have A complements equals 20, 40, 60, and 80. And then I have C complements as 10, 30, 50, 70. So far, nothing in common. And the last one they have in common. And because I'm looking at intersection, the answer for A complements intersect C complements should be just 80. So that's my answer for the first one. Look how many numbers I had to write in order to come up with that one element set. It is rather tedious at this point. However, I really like to lay them all out neatly. I'm able to write much neater on paper and straighten them out. Once you do that, it's really an easy exercise. So keep this. I'm going to move on to the next slide, but please do refer back to this part in your notes. So let's look at B. Now we're looking at B. If you did line up everything just now, you should have the answers for A intersect. Find the A intersect B first. Find out the answer there. And then after that, give me A intersect B complements, meaning whatever is not in A intersect B, but in the universal set. And after that, with that, you can then tell me A intersect B complements where that intersects with C. So you have to do it 3 steps. Okay, so that's how you do number 2, and I will check your answers. And for number 3, you first need to find what is B complements. So again, the numbers that are not in B, but in the universal set. So you need to find out what that set is. And then next step is to find out what C complement is. Same thing. Which number that are not in C but are in the universal set. And after that, you have to find A intersect C complements. So line them up with A. Finally, you can combine these 2 sets to find the union of B complements with A intersect C complements. So it's fairly long, it's fairly tedious, but it's not hard. Subtraction. I actually really like this part because it makes life a lot easier. So subtraction, we often use the word difference, right, or takeaway, and it's no different in set theory. So the more formal terminology is set subtraction. And just like in math, we use a minus sign, and that expresses the difference between 2 sets. So whatever that's in set A, but it's not in set B, that's called the difference, right? And the way we write them is just like this. The difference between set A and set B equals the set of elements with X such that X belongs to A and X does not belong to B. Okay, that's how we write it. And let's look at some examples. In this example, we have 3 sets again under a universal set, and A minus B So it's simply you line them up again. So I have 4, 6, 8, 10, even numbers. In B, I have 2, which is not there, 6, and 12. So if I do A minus B, I should have, let's see, if I do A subtract B, I should have 4 left, right? And then 6 subtract 6 is 0. I should have 8 left, and I should have 10 left. Now you're saying, what's happening with the 2 in B? Notice that is you're taking elements away from A. And because 2 and 12 were not in A originally, so you can just ignore it. Now let's try A minus C. I'm going to put C up here. C is 8 and 10. So in this case, it's a lot easier to see if I do take away 2 elements from A, I have 4 and 6 left, right? And if I do C is B minus C, so B minus C will be 2, because C doesn't have 2, 6, C doesn't have 6, and then 12, C doesn't have 12. See that you always start with the first set, and then you look into the second set. If there's nothing in common, you have to keep that. So such as A minus B, you don't have 4 in B, so you have to keep the 4. But because you have 6 in B, and you have to cancel that out. That is the difference of 2 sets. Cartesian products. For now, I think I'm going to skip this part. This will not be included in your chapter test. So we will stop right here. Okay, thank you guys.